What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about Native Instruments and the release of Komplete 14, which will be coming out September 27th. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Native Instruments and the Komplete Series, Native Instruments is a sound design company, music technology company that builds software, hardware for aspiring and professional music producers to, basically make music, be it on the computer or standalone or a combination thereof. And they've been doing a decent job for the past 20 plus years, in my opinion. They've been doing a real good job. They have made some instruments that have been considered some of the industry standards in beat making and music production. So, with the Komplete Series, it is pretty much their bundled software of instruments, and they have multiple tiers, including sessions, which is your entry level, standard, which is the basic, ultimate, which provides a lot more, all the way up to the collector's edition, which has everything. Right now, I'm just looking at and going over the standard edition just to make it quick. Some cool things that I'm looking forward to: Contact 7. Contact 7, figured it was coming. Every so often, they update Contact about every 2 to 3 years. So it's about that time. And, I'm looking forward to the enhanced browsing and the improved instrument building technology. Not complete. Contact 6, when it came out a couple years back, I thought they did a really good job when they included the wavetable synthesis stuff, and they gave you an additional piece of software that helped with, allowing you to build your own GUI and construct your own instruments. And now with Contact 7, I hope they build on that and streamline that process, making it a lot easier. I also hope that they add some additional features besides that. But, being able to have a sample and use wavetables, and do granular synthesis, I think is pretty great for what it is. So I'm curious to see how it pans out in terms of the features and how everything flows together. They have also added more libraries to their Play series. The Play series is part of Contact, is part of their libraries. They're cool because they have a streamlined way of working, in that you can basically, you have a middle ground between being able to do some light sound design, but you can stay focused on just picking the sounds that you want, and focus on music production, which I think comes in handy. And then they just offer a nice collection of sample based libraries. With this features Not this feature, with this upgrade, they have decided to offer some plugins from Isotope and Plugin Alliance. This is due to their partnership that they had started back in the summer. And so now they got their take on Oberheim or Oberhausen, which I have not played it yet. Shame on me. But my understanding is that it's really good. And yeah, man, if you do that upgrade, it'll probably be a nice welcome addition to your existing setup. Ozone 10 standard. Ozone from Isotope has always been really good for the mixing and mastering side of things. And, in my opinion, Isotope does not disappoint when it comes to that. And so having those features now included with the complete library, I think is a good move forward. You also get some additional effects from the Plugin Alliance side of things that will help you with coloring your sounds. Some Play Series additions, which again, really cool for having that streamline effect, that you can just go and focus on doing what you need to do from a beat making standpoint. And then again, you have the expansions, which may include things like samples, may include things like different presets for your software, all that to help you, with inspiration and getting busy. So those are cool things. Now, if you haven't looked through this already, I advise you to take a look at the different stuff that you'll be getting. They've done a good job with adding content, in my opinion, depending on what your needs are. Always got to say that. Now, you will notice that if you are a long-term, complete user, that they have removed Absynth. Yeah, so Absynth is no longer included in the complete bundle package. They took that out, which I'm not surprised, but it's still a little disappointing. And talk about why. So Absynth has been around. I didn't realize Absynth was as old as it was, but apparently had been out for over 20 years. And you got to imagine the feature set that it had when it came out at the time in terms of what it could do. There wasn't a lot of plugins that could do that. Absynth has like 3 oscillators, different presets, or not different presets, different samples you can pick, different waveforms you can pick, a boatload of filters and filter types that you can use to really get your sounds going. You got multiple envelopes, multiple LFOs, you got interesting effects, and then as it developed they added more features like another granulizer effect, a randomizer. So if you were somebody that was really deep into sound design, Absynth was for you. And in some ways it kind of, for a time, it kind of rivaled or curbed the need to buy something like Omnisphere, because for a time a lot of the stuff that you could do with Omnisphere you could do on Absynth, if not more so, because prior to 2016 Omnisphere didn't have the ability to incorporate samples. That was like a highly requested feature. As good as Omnisphere sounded, it did not allow you that ability to upload your own samples and your own sounds and utilize all that technology. And Absynth kind of did that. So it's disappointing to see it go. On the other hand, I will say it seems like as times have changed and how we make our music and what's popular right now, Absynth seems to have fallen out of place, or at least out of the focus of Native Instruments. When you look at what Native Instruments has in terms of their lineup for sounds, they're very different now. Yes, you still have Massive. You got Massive X back in 2019. You have FM8, which also hasn't been developed, or not developed, it hasn't been upgraded to a newer version yet. I think, if I'm not mistaken, FM8 has been out for almost 10 years plus, and we still haven't seen a upgrade to FM9 yet. So yeah, these plugins, they still sound great. FM8 sounds amazing, but it hasn't been upgraded to anything past its current rendition. So now it seems like for the past couple of years Native Instruments has really been focusing on the sample side of things. So Play Series, incorporating wavetable synthesis. Yes, they got Massive X, but even Massive X, a lot of people consider that to be a step down compared to the original Massive. They've really been focused more on, sample-based libraries. Yes, we still have Reactor, thankfully, which is very powerful, and a lot of, depending on which version you get, a lot of your synthesizers come from Reactor. So Prism, Spark. It's cool they added Scanner XT, Flesh, Primes. These are all synthesizers that are included or require Reactor. TRK01, Contour, Rounds, Forum. I think Super 8 is its own deal. Razor, those are all synthesizers and VSTs that you need Reactor 6 for. So it's just interesting to see the direction that the company is going in. On the other hand, when it comes to the sampled instruments, Native Instruments, they don't miss a beat. They have some really good stuff. In my opinion, they have a really, streamlined workflow that kind of, you can have that balance between in-depth sound design and just getting right to work and playing the instruments and producing the stuff that you like. But yeah, man, it is definitely, interesting and, kind of sad to see Absynth go because it was very powerful and I wish they would have done a lot more with it. But, you still get a lot of content for what they provide. Like, this is the ultimate side. So I'm looking at this one and you get a lot of stuff here for what you get. A lot of expansions, a lot of effects, you know, you could get this and it'll be pretty much all you need for a long time coming. So yeah, man, and that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Komplete 14 coming out September 27th. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Contact? Are you looking forward to it? Do you plan on upgrading? Do you plan on getting this new version when it comes out? What are your thoughts on Absynth being discontinued? And, what do you think about the overall direction of Native Instruments? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Peace out.